for eagles.
It's
It's like yet another bonus from being able to work from home,
watching the birds.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start up. I gotta start or I gotta stop just before 5
Okay.
because I Millie's back in daycare, so gotta pick her up. All right, I'm gonna start recording. And here we go. Hello and welcome to Stuck in Beta podcast. My name is Greg. With me is Josh and Josh. How you doing, boys?
Hey,
Good.
Greg.
Hello.
Hey, today. I thought you, Josh B. I thought you'd be out grilling.
Not yet.
Oh, all right. You made.
Well,
So-
I figured not yet. It's too hot outside too. I don't want to sweat.
Oh,
It is.
so
So,
you,
Greg, I
you-
gotta say, I'm kind of starting to miss the in-person podcasts and all
I'm
the
not.
fun we used to have. You're not?
Nope.
How's
What?
the studio coming along, Greg?
Oh, it's coming along great. Uh, so it's not coming along at all. I
Oh,
I think the main thing I have to put in there is power. That's really the problem. Is I have no power, so I got to run some electric. Because otherwise,
We-
I'm going to have extension cords going all over the basement, and
We could just record in your living room or your kitchen table.
yeah, I mean we could.
You know,
that's
and,
one of the rules,
and
Josh.
quite
Yeah.
honestly, we could move the studio to my house if you wanted to.
Yeah,
I mean, the basement's. I mean, whatever. If you really wanted to start doing an in-person thing.
that's a lot of stuff to move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever. If you don't want to, that's fine. But I mean, it's an option.
Well, I'm hoping to figure things out here, like soon, to get the actual studio and everything back together. But we'll see. For now, at least we're not in person, but we're virtually in person. So, Apple, you're bird watching. That's what you're doing.
Well, I'm podcasting right now, but yes, I am bird watching. There's some, I don't know whatever the hawk is that's common in our area here.
I think a
there's
Missouri
been-
hawk.
Is that what it is?
I don't
Well,
know.
how big is it? A turkey buzzard?
It's pretty big. I'd say it's about the size of an eagle. I mean, not quite that large, but it has a mostly black and black gray body with a kind of a white head.
Man, are you sure it's not a bald eagle?
It can't be. Those wouldn't be in this area, would they?
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, it's possible.
we had one
Oh.
living on Harrison Lake Road for a long time. They had a
Hmm.
big old nest.
They get up in the air and they start swirling round and round, and you just see the shadow.
It's probably a turkey buzzard.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we have those. We call them turkey vultures, but whatever.
Mhm.
I guess same thing.
Yeah.
We have those, and we have hawks. All because we live over that big old cliff, and they kind of
Oh
hang
yeah,
out over it. They just glide back and forth, like
Yeah.
they're looking for rodents.
I was surprised for such a big bird. They have a very soft, very quiet sound. You can barely hear them when they're chirping, and unless that's their mating call, I don't know. Because I was saying before we started here that there's two of them that keep going at it on a branch right above my back patio here, and then there's a third one that comes in and just tries to knock the other one off.
You mean going at it like doing it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're mating.
Oh, I thought you meant fighting.
No.
Oh, get
What
a
was that?
room.
what was that Simpsons where Homer is at the zoo when he's a kid and he says, "Zookeeper, zookeeper."
The monkeys are killing each other. They're having sex. Oh.
Yeah.
That's how he found out. So, boys, today I'm drinking a Logboat Brewing Company beer. It's, I'll show that one first, and then it's called Yeah Boy, as in buoy.
Yeah, boy.
It's an IPA, and it's pretty delicious and refreshing.
I'm drinking a Bee's Knees from Still 630. It's a craft cocktail with gin, honey, lemon, ginger, and seltzer.
Huh. How is it?
It's actually pretty good.
A lot going on there.
I got this at Beer Sauce Shop when I went there Monday.
Yeah. I was right by there. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, you work. Yeah, I can't tell if this is their first week. I thought they had opened a while ago, but maybe not.
And I have a little helper, Midwest Coast IPA from Mother's.
Classic.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, man, you do have a lot of nature going on there.
You do.
I didn't know if that was picking up or not. I'm sitting outside on my patio under my deck. It's not too hot. But yeah, dogs are barking, birds are chirping. If it's too distracting, I'll go inside.
Eagles are doing it.
Yeah, eagles are doing it. It's crazy.
I guess I can mute.
So, I just got cameras for my house.
Yeah.
I got the Google Nest cams and the Nest Hello doorbell, and it's pretty neat. But you can't. Oh, Google is listening to every word. Not that they wouldn't. Okay. It's kind of neat, but also kind of distracting. How anytime there's motion or something, it'll say, "Hey, something's happening in front of your house," and you'll look. It'll just be a car driving by, or at night we get a lot of moths, like a moth that will fly in front of the lens or something, and it says, "Oh, something was spotted in your backyard."
I had to turn off the notifications on the doorbell because it became such a issue.
Really?
Because it would alert me for like every car going down the street.
Yeah, it does that.
So as you guys were kind of talking about which package and everything you were gonna get, Greg.
We have the big package.
Big package.
Yeah.
I was doing some research and I thought that there was a setting on there that you could select, or maybe it's just built in that will kind of learn some of those things and begin to like decide what you should and shouldn't get reports on. I thought I read that.
I don't. Well, I haven't found that yet. Maybe there is.
I don't know about that.
It learns faces, but not the greatest. Because, and one thing that I don't like, unless there's some setting I can't find, so it'll learn a face, but if it sees that face again and doesn't recognize it, so like it sees my face and then I have me put in as Greg, obviously, and then I get in front of the camera again and it says a person is in front of your, house, and it puts it in a new picture, like a new person. I don't see a way to say, oh no, this is also this guy, like it's the same person.
So you're not like looking over your shoulder like, oh shoot.
Yeah, no.
So there's just somebody attacking you from behind.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird how you can't just say, hey, yeah, this is also Greg, or this is also Molly.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Because I could say, yeah, I recognize that person, and you could label it, but you may get that person again because it won't. I don't know how well it's weird because it's photo in Google Photos. The facial recognition is amazing. I mean,
especially for kids to be able to recognize from like basically, an infant or 1 year old
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this, you would think that it kind of uses the same algorithm or something. I mean, it's Google.
Yeah.
It's all, but I think it uses some sort of cheaper facial recognition because it really doesn't. It doesn't work the same.
Yeah, and you figure Google bought Nest, so it's
Right.
a bolt on, so they might not be interfaced with everything. You know what I mean?
Is that who is that? Is that me? You?
No,
Someone?
it was me.
Sorry.
Hey,
Oh,
so is there a monthly cost to having those?
So right now it's 120 for the year. I mean, you can
Unlimited cameras though.
yes, unlimited cameras. So, and you could have it's what 10 days of
10 days of 24/7.
yeah. So
then,
you
like-
go back 10 days, 24/7, and then 60 days of events. So anytime it gets motion and records
Right.
a clip, which is all the time, basically.
Yeah.
Like I said, like a shadow that in the backyard, the trees, the shadow on the ground, it'll say, "Oh, there's someone in your backyard," or whatever.
Oh,
So,
geez.
I mean, there's a lot of false positives to it, but it's also kind of peace of mind, you know.
Yeah. So you were saying that you had to turn, or Josh, you said you turned off notifications for your doorbell, but so you still get notifications for your cameras, I guess.
No. Well, yeah, I do. It notifies me when it senses motion, which, like Greg said, it's like every freaking moth in the county comes for a visit every night.
Yeah, I'd like to
yeah.
see. I'd like to see like a possum or a deer or a rabbit or something, but I haven't. I know they're in my backyard, but
I would find myself like I do now with my deadbolt and my garage door. I just end up just swiping things away, like, oh, the kids are here, you know.
yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, how do you know that it's a moth and not a person? I mean, are you actually like looking at it each and every time?
It can differentiate. It can tell a person, and it will tell you, I spotted a person.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good about picking out a person, but it's not always knows who it is. You know.
Yeah, and Greg, on mine, it's only the doorbell that's the one that's doing the facial rec.
Yeah, it is only the doorbell. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is pretty cool though that like UPS will come up or whatever, and they'll leave a package, and it'll.
Oh, yeah.
It knows. It says, "Hey, you have a package waiting for you." It knows, and even when you pick up the package and go inside, it says your package has been picked up, so it knows if someone takes your package as well.
Oh, okay. So how many cameras did you end up getting, Greg?
So the doorbell's a camera in itself, and then the package I got came with 2 outdoor cameras. So I got one. I got one in the backyard, and then one I haven't figured out where to go yet. It's kind of just pointing out the window here, pointing down at the front yard, because I haven't figured out where I want to actually install it yet. So it's looking down at the yard. You know, I could see the front yard because the front door camera could see most of the yard, except there's a couple places it can't see. Like in front of the garage, it can't get too much. So
are these systems all Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
So what happens if the internet goes out?
Well, with one caveat, the Nest Hello doorbell, mine, I'm assuming yours is too, Greg. It's wired for power.
Okay.
But yeah, if Wi-Fi goes down, you're screwed.
Oh, okay.
All the looters and stuff can break into your house.
But you'll also get a notification saying, "Hey, your camera's down."
Yes. Well, and the same thing, like I get a notification when Wi-Fi goes down and the Nest thermostat's been offline for a certain number of minutes, you know?
Right.
So I have an interesting story about the. Dang it! Sorry, I'm doing about four things. Google Photo Scan and scanning photos and blowing them up. So we're doing my in-laws' 50th anniversary this weekend, and we had Google Photo Scanned a bunch of pictures from their wedding 50 years ago, and I was able to take one of those pictures that I used Google Photo Scan on and put it on a 20 by 30 print, and it printed like it was meant for a 20 by 30 print. I was shocked. I was shocked. I did not expect that to happen at all. I expected it to be pixelated and, all kinds of stuff, but it wasn't.
Wow. That's pretty good. I don't know. The photo scan, it depends. Sometimes a picture will turn out pretty well. Other times it'll just be all right.
Yeah, it seems like it's gotten better.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if you have a bunch of paper pictures, I don't know of a better way than sitting with a freaking scanner and wasting your, hours upon hours. This is much quicker. And I would say 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you get as good a quality, if not better, than scanning a picture. You know what I mean? The old way with a flatbed or whatever.
So I like it, but I always put it into my Google Photos.
Yes.
And
the date's wrong.
Yeah, the date's wrong. And the only way that I know of is you have to go change the date on the web interface. I don't think you can do it in the app. So it's kind of a pain if you need to change a date.
I think maybe not. I thought I found a way to bulk edit the dates on multiple photos. Maybe I'm dreaming that though. But yes, it is through the web interface.
I mean, I'd be happy if I got the year,
Yeah.
But then some of those.
Yeah, but it's not going to know that. I mean, there's no other way.
I know it wouldn't know that, but
the only thing that I thought of, my in-laws were really good at using the date imprint feature on cameras.
Right.
So a lot of the pictures that we have the date imprinted on them in the lower right-hand corner. If PhotoScan could pick that up and put that in as the date, that would be be awesome.
Yeah, a lot of my photos that we have don't have any dates. And then you have to look at the envelope that it came in, and that's just when it got developed. You don't know how long it was.
But it would probably give you a year anyway.
Well, I guess close enough, but
yeah.
Huh.
Man, Josh, those birds are annoying.
Are they? You want me to go inside?
I'm kidding.
I can. It's a nice time of day.
Yeah, the birds are doing it.
They are crazy loud. I don't know. I guess they don't realize it's nearly 90 degrees out here.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
And you're just hanging out outside, huh?
Well, it's pretty decent under my deck here, and
I was going to say, who's inside annoying the hell out of you?
Actually, I'm home alone.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah. You're not walking around naked.
Well, he's on video. He may not have pants on.
Well, he probably doesn't have pants on. Yeah, turn the air conditioner down low and then stand over the air vent. Yeah.
Is that how you like to do things?
No, I've heard it's nice.
You've heard it's nice? You haven't tried that?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
So speaking of new schedules and whatnot. So like the other day, I was saying something about being somewhere or needing to go somewhere or not really wanting to go out or something like that. And Lexi says, "Oh, what else do you have to do? You're home every day, all day, every week, every month." And I'm like, am I cramping your style? Or what?
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
Because she used to have days where she was home alone. The boys would be gone or would be in school or whatever. And she would have days here all by herself. Not anymore.
She's sick of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like she wants to have a party, a day party.
I know. Like, what would you be doing if I wasn't here? She'd probably be in the living room watching TV instead of her bedroom.
Well, that's funny.
So, Greg, we were chatting earlier today about Google Fi.
This is a Google show, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. They're not sponsoring it though.
Yeah.
Um, so did you look at the Google Fi coverage map?
I didn't because I already have it, so it doesn't
Well,
do anything for me.
I'm just curious if you looked at that map, how accurate you think it was? Because man, it just worries me that there's a number of like I won't say coverage holes, but they bump you down to 3G instead of 4G.
I gotta say, I've had no issues. I've had it for, let's see, 5, 6 years now, and I haven't had any issues. Um, the because even most of the places you go to have Wi-Fi.
Well, here,
Pretty much every business has Wi-Fi now.
Here, let me present.
Okay.
Whoa, we're getting serious now.
We're
Yeah, hang
gonna
on.
see something now.
Yeah.
Do I have to send you access or? Oh,
Okay.
you're presenting.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep.
So that dark green in there is 4G, and the light green is 3G. Look at like Festus.
Okay.
Would you say that's an accurate representation of 4G versus 3G with Google Fi?
I haven't. Usually, all over Festus, I have 4G.
Like, because
It
this
always
shows
is a 4G LTE.
because this shows like out Highway A, just barely west of Festus. It's 3G.
Man, I don't know. I don't hang out on that. I don't go that way very often, but I mean,
I mean, it'd be like,
around
yeah.
your house, I've never had any issues.
yeah, and it looks like around my house it says it's 4G. West City Park is 4G. But yeah, just past the stoplights at Collins, it
I mean,
says
look at all them tiny light green areas. Like, what actually constitutes that little tiny bit that,
yeah, I don't know.
you know, okay,
But
just in that little bit, I don't really understand is,
Okay, but if you look at T-Mobile coverage area,
yeah.
hang on, I'm going there.
Well, it's T-Mobile and Sprint, but they're together now, right?
They're the same company now, yeah. But if you look at T-Mobile's coverage area, it's like everything's covered. Oh, that's a little in the wrong area here. I mean, like all of Festus is covered with 4G.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
And so is Idaho.
Yeah, apparently it thinks I need to go there. Like it shows everything covered with
Yeah.
4G. So I'm wondering if you're actually if maybe I don't know I just found that strange. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. I don't see any. I really wouldn't worry. I mean, I gotta say, I've had it for, like I said, so 6 years now, and I can't think of any issues.
How much
I've-
data are you using a month?
Now I'm not using barely any because I'm at home all the time.
Well,
But-
true.
But at the top, probably I would do 3. Would be my what? But that's, I mean, I listen to a lot of music and stuff and do a lot of things.
Yeah,
I don't know how
So-
much you do.
not much. I was looking at our AT&T usage. It's anywhere from on a low month 2 gig for the 3 phones, and on a busy month 6 gig between the 3 phones.
Right.
So my question is, do I go with the unlimited plan, which is $50 a line a month, or do I go with the pay by the gig plan, which is $17 a line plus $10 a gig?
Well, I think, can't you switch it if you?
Yeah, you can.
So I just
Yeah.
start with that. If it doesn't work for you, switch to unlimited. I don't think there's a contract.
No, what I may do is move like Jackson's phone over to it and see how it goes, and then if there's a problem, move it back.
Nice,
because we all three have Pixels. So
yeah, and the nice thing is, when you're on Wi-Fi, you're using wireless to make phone calls.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Muted, Josh?
No, I was because a bird was actually flying underneath my deck here where I'm sitting and trying to build a nest. I was trying to take a picture of him to send to you guys, but I couldn't get a good shot.
Oh.
I think they're trying to take over my backyard. I may have to go inside.
Go inside and get a gun. So
and a beer.
A beer. Oh.
Yeah. Get a gun.
So we might be going on a road trip.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, South Dakota.
Whoa, that's cool.
We're not sure yet.
Gonna see anything special?
Rushmore, Black Hills, Badlands, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm asking on Reddit for routes and stuff.
Is this because of your trip getting canceled?
Just something to do. I got vacation days that I need to burn. So
we were talking about trying to do something just last night because we're not sure what to do about our Alaska trip next year. We're kind of on the fence still.
Hang on, man. Hang tight. You'll be fine.
I know that's what Lori says, but I don't know. So have both of you been on a cruise?
Yeah.
No, I've
been on several. Really?
Oh.
No, I've never been on a cruise.
Wow. Okay.
So I've never been on one either, and it's not something that I'm all that excited about. I don't know. The kids and Lori are, so I'm going along with it, but it's just not something that I'm.
You'll love it. You will love it.
I hope so.
You're a blast.
It's
Especially going to Alaska. You'll love it, Josh.
I hope so. But yeah, we were talking about trying to find something to do this summer. But go ahead with your.
No, that was it.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah,
nothing else.
Yeah.
So how? That's like a 2-day trip, isn't it?
There. Well, we would. Oh no. Well, yeah. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is about 8 hours, 9 hours.
Okay.
And then from Sioux Falls to Rapid City, which is more or less where Rushmore is and Badlands, you pass Wall Drug along the way. That's 5 hours from Sioux Falls to Rapid City. And the speed limit is 80 miles an hour.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. So then we would probably spend a couple days in Rapid City or around that area visiting Custer National Park, the Badlands, maybe going all the way up to Deadwood, Wyoming, and then going south, headed towards Fort Collins, Colorado, and maybe along the way visiting the Oregon Trail tracks in Wyoming.
Don't get dysentery.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So I don't know. It's a lot to do in a week, but it looks like an interesting loop. You go north. We could go either way, I guess. But you go north out of Missouri, go up to Sioux Falls, and then head due west, and then come south through Denver and then back home.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
But it's a lot of driving, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. An adventure.
Yeah. And we haven't done a real road trip like that. I mean, we went to Florida a couple of years ago, and that was a 13 or 15-hour drive home, and we were all crab-eared and shit by the end of that.
Yeah. So an 80 mile per hour speed limit, you should feel comfortable doing about 95.
For 100, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's what the speed limit is out in New Mexico, too.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if Annette's grandma car can go that fast.
So how many of you would be going?
Me and Annette and Jackson.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we need need to be deciding soon because we're thinking about it'd be next week.
Oh wow,
That's pretty good. Yeah,
spontaneous.
You know
Spontaneity
me.
there.
You know me. I'm a planner.
a place to stay and all that. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you've
worried
been
about
you've been planning the Alaska trip for the last 4 years.
that. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
You should rent yourself an RV.
Well, I looked into that and I was almost ready to pull the trigger on that until I saw that it was 100-mile a day limit
Oh,
And if-
bullshit. Come
and
on.
a 35 cent mile fee after that.
For an
Oh,
RV?
wow.
Yep.
That's
So
horrible.
it was like
That's horrible.
it was 20. It was like $1,200 to rent a Class C, which is like a converted van. And then I did the math on like 1,000-mile trip, which I don't know how many miles this would be, or 1,000 miles over, which would be 1,700 miles total. And it would be an extra $600 or something like that.
You know, my dad's gonna try to sell his RV. You know, you
Is he really?
Yeah. Say,
Would he let- would he-
why don't
would he
I
let me-
test drive it for the?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'll pay him $1,000 to let me borrow it for a week.
Oh wow.
I don't
I'm
know. That's a
serious.
question for him. If yeah.
I would because that would save me hotels. We could camp in campgrounds. That would I'd be willing to throw out $1,000 on that.
It's not a big one. It's not like
It's just the three of us.
well,
We
yeah.
just
You'd have
we don't need a big one,
you'd have your bathroom in the back.
which we probably wouldn't
Or,
use
not
because I don't want to pump it out.
The bathroom's kind of pointless. I didn't mean to say bathroom. I mean the big bedroom in the back.
Oh, yeah,
kind of
right.
the wall comes out so it stretches out, and then either Jackson could bunk above the drivers,
Yeah.
or the can. Well, that'd probably be the best way. Otherwise, you convert the table.
kitchen table.
Yeah.
My grandma had an RV for a long time, and it was a Class C, so it was like a Ford F-350 van or whatever.
That's what this
Converted.
basically is.
Yeah. How long is it?
Oh, you got me. I don't know all that. It's
Yeah.
so he did have a bigger one, but he converted this one because it's easier to drive places because it's smaller.
Yeah. Right.
But it, anytime we go camping, whatever, it's a place to sleep. Pretty much where.
exactly.
But then again, you're still gonna need, you may need to have something to tow a car if you want to. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take if you go to camp or wherever you're staying, you still have to drive places.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well.
No, I looked into it seriously, and it was the minimum cost for a small Class C, like an 18-footer, which was similar to that design, I guess, was minimum $1,400.
Huh.
Plus the overage fees for miles was an additional anywhere from $400 to $600.
Well, one cool thing that back in the day when I was little, my grandparents always had an RV, but it didn't have all the features. My dad's there's a TV on the inside, and there's a TV on the outside, so you sit outside and watch TV as well.
Yeah.
And there's when you go to a whatever campground or whatever you go to, he always goes to ones with cable hookup so he can watch whatever. So it's kind of neat. But
Yeah, mention it to your dad. See if he'd be willing to rent it out for a week.
well, I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see what
All
he
right.
says.
Well, we're leaving Monday if we go. So
Oh, gotta hurry, huh?
no,
So-
I don't even know if we're doing this. I don't know.
So Greg, why is he looking to sell it?
He just doesn't use it enough.
Oh, okay.
I could see it being it's like a boat. It's one of those things. It drives me crazy every weekend. I'm not at the lake because I'm paying for that. I'm still, I'm paying for that boat.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, because he says, "Oh, I'm going out using it maybe twice a year,
Right.
and it's not worth it."
Hell, it'd be one of those things where he would be better off renting through, because they have it's like VRBO for RVs. He'd be better off renting it. Rent. Hell, Greg, he could even rent it out through that.
Oh yeah,
Put it on there and let people rent it.
yeah. I don't know how that works though, as far as insurance goes and all that.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you're insuring the vehicle, not the person. So I don't know.
Right. But
So I have a really crazy story for you guys.
I like crazy stories.
I told you last night that we went to dinner at Annie Gunn's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're at Annie Gunn's. We sit down, we have dinner, and we order potato pancakes as an appetizer because I was told by like 3 people, including Dan at the radio, that you have to get this appetizer. So we get the appetizer, we order our entrees, and one of the like maitre d' ladies comes over, and she says, "Are you the Baumans?" We said, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you know a person named Dan Strauss?" I said, "Yeah, I work with him at the radio." She goes, "He bought your appetizer." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So we have our dinner. Annette has a salad. We have our entrees. We're eating dessert. And this older gentleman comes up to us, and he goes, "Are you guys? Are you the Baumans?" We said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm Tom. I own the restaurant, and I listen to Frank's show every day, and I'm a huge fan of Frank's, and I love your segment every week. You do a really good job." And he sits there and he talks to us for about 10 minutes or so. Super, super nice guy. And he says, I see you have a bottle of wine. Do you need more? And we said, "No, we're getting ready to leave. We're having dessert. We don't need any more." He says, "Well, let me go get you a bottle to take home." We're like, "Okay, whatever." So he leaves, and
he's all like, whatever.
I know.
Yeah. Well, just wait. So he leaves, and he comes back a couple minutes later. He goes, "This is my wife's favorite bottle of wine that we sell. It's a Chardonnay. Happy anniversary," because we were there for our anniversary, and we told him it was our anniversary. He said, "Happy anniversary. This bottle of wine's on me." So we didn't look at it or anything.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, right. Whatever. So
go away.
Yeah. So we finish our meal. I get the bill, and I get my card out, and I give it to the waitress, and she comes back and brings the book, and I open the receipt book, and I'm trying to find the pen to sign the receipt, and there's no pen. And I tell her, I said, there's no pen. I can't sign this. Do you have a pen I can borrow? And she said, "Oh no, Tom, Mr. Sainer has picked your bill up. He took care of your bill for you." So I'm like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, whatever. So it was like $160 bill. So we leave, and on the way out, we see him and we thank him again profusely, and blah blah blah.
Whatever.
So we get in the car, and Annette's like, "I wonder how much this bottle of wine was." So she looks, and it was the most expensive bottle of Chardonnay that they sold at the restaurant for $88.
Wow.
Nice.
So super. If you guys have a chance, the food was fantastic. I had scallops that were massive, and it was on a bed of pulled pork grits. Holy crap, they were good. They were like mashed potatoes with grits in them.
Whatever. Huh.
Yeah, that's whatever. Cool. A very good restaurant, though.
Pretty nonchalant about. I'd be like, even the appetizer, I'd be like, "Well, awesome, cool, thank you."
Yeah, well, it was Dan. I was texting Dan. I told him he didn't have to do that, and whatever. It was.
There he goes again. Whatever.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But
must happen all the time to him. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Being an AM radio star.
Yeah.
So we ventured out into Festus over the weekend.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that's right. So we just wanted to get out and eat somewhere. We didn't really have a plan. We thought we'll just kind of maybe pick up some takeout somewhere, but we weren't sure if we were going to try to actually go anywhere. And so Lori says, "Oh, Main and Mill has their patio open. Let's go see how that looks." So we drove over there, and and the parking lot was, there was very, very few cars there, and it looked like, up above on the patio and the deck, it was a light crowd. So we walked up, and they were like, being very cautious, had face masks on, and the whole 9 yards. It was, disposable menus, all the stuff, and so which was good, and we could tell they were going around cleaning everything. And we asked the guy like how long the wait was, and he said about 20 minutes. We're like, okay, cool. So we'll just, put our name down, and we just went up on Main Street and decided to walk down to that Four Brothers
Yeah.
meadery.
Yeah, they just text you when your table's ready, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. We just put down our phone number. And so we walked down there, which is, like a block or so down, and it was like we entered a different universe. So we went from Main and Mill, where they're being like ultra cautious, and
yeah.
and we go into this Four Brothers, and everybody was sitting at the bar shoulder to shoulder. Nobody was wearing gloves or masks or anything. It felt very surreal. It was very strange that because we were able to enter into this other business and order something, and everybody was just like, it could have easily been 4 or 5 months ago, and
Yeah.
then one business taking a completely different approach.
Well, you want to, Josh, you want to bring on your special guest, the guy from Four Brothers?
I mean, I'm not saying anything one way or the other. I'm not trying to be like, political or judgy or anything. It was just interesting. And we didn't feel
your face mask shaming.
No, we didn't have face masks on, and we didn't feel like uncomfortable or anything like that. In fact, it took us a few minutes before it even dawned on us like, oh, this is a completely different environment than what we just left. And we ended up getting a flight of those of meat and taking it out to the patio, which was completely empty because everybody was inside.
Really?
But yeah.
Huh.
They have a pretty big patio there, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing pictures. They have the tables there pretty separated, but
yeah.
Huh.
And then we went next door to the bakery that moved in that shares the space with them. I don't remember the name of it, but they used to be over in Crystal City.
Best kept secret.
Yeah.
They're in there now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they moved.
And the same kind of situation. They were just like business as usual, no real. They weren't really doing anything distancing wise.
Well, have you passed by the I-55 racetrack, the Speedway, on Friday or Saturday night?
No.
Yeah.
But our friend Mike was telling us about it.
It's pretty. No one cares.
Oh, can you hear that from your house, Greg?
No, we can't. Speaking of that, though, check. Let's see if I can do what you just did.
I can do anything you can do.
Let's see this window. Boom.
Greg Michong is presenting. Greg, why do you have dirty pictures up?
Yeah. So do you see this screen here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Universal, the character, well, obviously Spider-Man already has a mask, but I believe that's Storm from the X-Men.
She looks kind of like
it looks like Melina from Mortal Kombat. Actually,
I was thinking COVID-15.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But
COVID-15. I just caught that.
You say that judgy. Like you say that like it was more than 15. That's the way you said it.
Oh no!
So
you're gonna get us both in trouble.
So anyway, yeah, all the characters you have to be a certain distance apart. But
people aren't wearing masks.
The Scooby-Doo, like all the Shaggy.
Don't they know dogs can spread it?
Yeah.
No, actually, dogs can't spread it. So
what?
No, that was they figured that out long ago.
Oh,
because
cats can, dogs can't.
Yeah, dogs can't spread it. because they quarantined a bunch of dogs at the beginning of the whole thing, and then they found out that they can't spread it to humans. So there you go. So
yeah, it's interesting how, especially here in Missouri, how divided it is with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my employer, we were notified last week, and then it was confirmed by my boss. He's like, "Well, we've done a good job working remotely. There's no sense in going back." It's basically like,
that's kind of what they're saying with us too. Did you hear what what's his name? What's the CEO of Twitter?
Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah.
He said he'll never go back to having a actual, like, any kind of office space anymore. It'll always be remote.
Yeah, and it's interesting that he says that now, because I'm reading a book called Deep Work that's a few years old, that he was very he really pushed for those open office areas where there really wasn't any division of the different types of like groups that were all working together, because he really pushed for that collaborative environment where people could just like walk around and see each other and talk throughout the day, and really open communication all the time. So it's kind of interesting that he's kind of gone in a different direction.
Yeah. Kevin says, "What's up?" I can't. It's too small. I can't see what the last name is.
That's what she said.
And there's my dog. So I got to cut out early today, so I apologize. And my dog's going crazy.
All right.
Dog alarm.
They're both going crazy.
I think someone's breaking in.
Let's see. I can see.
But his camera's not letting him know.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, why would you ever need a camera on your house? Your dogs go nuts whenever we just like pull down the street.
I don't know. There's absolutely. I'm looking at the camera now. There's nothing. There's nothing there. They're just being dumb. Anyway, it has been fun, and there we go. Until next time, stuckinbetapodcast.com. We'll see ya.
That was abrupt.
No kidding.
That's how we do it. What, you had more to say?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell everybody where to find us.
Stuckinbetapodcast.com. They know. They know.
They know. Yeah.
They know. All right. See you guys.
See you next time. Bye.